If you don't know what to do, first get up.
Let me know I get down.
I get down.
Let me know I
Just let me know I get down.
Let me know I get down.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me know I
Just hit me more, I get down.
Let me know I get down.
Yeah.
Let me know I
Just let me know I get down.
Let me know I get down.
I get down.
Let me know I
Cause you know how we get down.
I just finished making my playlist. I struggled through the whole albums. So yeah, I don't like when it comes to doing homework besides the playlist and whatever list we're making. I don't keep up with what's going on. That's something that really jumps out to me.
I know. That's what I was thinking just now too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted it to kind of wrap up the year and kind of put it in perspective. And I was just like, I don't really feel like I'm the best person to talk about
But
what
at the
happened this
same
year.
point, we kind of did that from our perspective with the wrap up a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of satisfied with that. But I'm still cool with making playlists and top 10 out. I think first time we only did 5 albums or albums played and songs played. So it might be a
Yeah.
little bit different between the two. It wasn't.
It was for me. I mean, I got my 10 playlist for the songs from the year is pretty solid. I'm happy with it. I'm excited to talk about it. But more of a conversation instead of talking about what we already talked about. That like here's what we listened to from this year. This year obviously feels unique from my perspective in that we got albums from people that the first thing we talked about on the show is like, man, we're about to see all this music from De La Soul and Mobb Deep and all this stuff. Do you feel like that's what kind of defined the year for you? Was that like we was getting all this quality music from artists that we thought was hanging it up?
I'll say because you put that twist on it at the end, because at the beginning you was like, was this year kind of unique? And for me, it was another good year or incline with hip hop year because I stay so tuned in with the music that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit that with this show, I've listened to more people I usually wouldn't listen to, which has actually gave me more of a reason to say that, yeah, I enjoyed this music just like I enjoyed the year before, just like I enjoyed the year before.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say like the emergence of a lot of people coming back outside, like you used to say when we first started the show, I will agree with that. Now I'm used to hearing a lot of cats like Lloyd Banks and cats you thought might have like kind of drifted off, and Styles P, cats like that dropping albums. So that wasn't a surprise. But people like, of course, getting a Big L album or like you said, A-Lie and Mobb Deep, stuff like that. Yeah, that was and the fact that it was a rollout type situation. You know, like it was like you actually was looking forward to it, opposed to you hearing that somebody might drop an album. You know what I mean? That's kind of different. Like every year you hear like Bus gonna drop an album in December or some shit like that. Opposed to you knowing like, oh, these 7 albums coming out this year, yo. Like this is about to be. So I will admit that. I don't know if that answered your question. I was just rambling. But
no, it does. See, and it's interesting because you're always checking because of your job. You're always checking for whatever comes out. So you probably have a better idea than me. Like for me saying that it's unique, where I really didn't listen to it as much music last year. So I think your perspective makes a lot of sense. The reason that I'm asking that, or the reason I'm saying that, is because how is this going to happen next year? You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like the people that define this year for me, pretty generically would be like Clips for sure, JID and Nas, right? Like if I had to say, two people, even to cut out JID, JID probably, he's my personal favorite because I think his album was the best album this year. But like Clips and Nas were kind of like the headliners this year of like who really defined this year. Got like the biggest, and Nas got a lot of attention because he was so involved in all the other projects that came out with Mobb Deep and De La Soul and everything like that. But it's like going into 2026, like it just feels like we're not getting another Clips album in 2026. We might get another Nas album because he's putting out a lot of music and everything. But it's like, is that really sustainable that Nas is going to continue to be who he is at 50 something years old. Like, what's my whole thing is like, this was a really dope year. It was really cool that this different generation got involved as they did. Like, who's gonna carry it next year? You know what I'm saying? Like,
more about, my bad. I think it's more about what you just said, that this generation got more involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the fact that this generation got more involved and our generation got involved in what this generation was doing at the same time. So now we're checking for more music. Like a lot of these albums that had, a lot of these legendary people albums that dropped had features from the new generation. You know what I mean? Somebody had a verse on there. Even if it was 12 songs on and one new dude was on there, there might be somebody you go check now because he was on the verse with somebody you really respected type shit. You know what I mean? There are a lot of big artists that didn't do anything this year. It was quiet for Drake, so to say. It was quiet for Cole, so to say. Like, so a lot of artists that was already popping, they were quiet this year. So they'll be back outside next year. So I feel like hip hop's going to keep dominating. As simple as that.
Yeah, and like the thing that I think that influenced this year and that I thought that was really cool with the older generation and with our generation being more prominent, we got back to the bars, man. In 2025, we got back to the bars. You know, like people was rapping, like you said, you know, it's not like nobody was rapping last year and the year before and stuff like that. But like, I think when you have our generation taking up parts of the spotlight, they're not taking it up with like, you know, Instagram posts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they came outside rapping, you know, and that's what I really, really enjoyed. Above all is to hear that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what I want to see next year. And there's a lot of dudes, I know I'm gonna keep looking forward to Ransom. I'm gonna keep looking forward to, Chance the Rapper and people like that, people that really got substance and really got it really got bars. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a thing too far as substance, the fact of substance. So that means like you can get a couple of random songs from random dudes that had hella substance that just pop and that just keep stuff going. Like it's a lot of reasons why this thing will keep going though.
Yeah.
As always, I'm always hyped. You know what I mean?
People I got my eyes on for next year. I'm gonna keep saying it. I know it might not happen. I'm gonna keep saying it, but like Jay-Z, bro, like make some music, man. I'm gonna just keep putting this out there. Like Jay-Z loves hip hop music, man. Like I know he does.
You don't feel like some people just don't need to rap anymore? Because I know you already would have seen this happening, but I seen somebody post this Domain 7, I guess that was Max B's drop.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this ain't it. And I'm not saying whole. I guess it don't make sense to do that after that. You know what I mean? But it's like you don't feel like some rappers that's you cool. You don't have to rap.
Yeah, but Jay-Z's not one of them.
Cool. All right, next subject.
Jay-Z could give us. If Jay-Z, as much as I've always been making the case that Nas is the greatest over Jay-Z, I'm always worried about that take because I know that Jay-Z could go in the lab in a month and give you 15 strong ones that'll like eclipse anything that anybody's done over the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that much of a force. He's that much of a talent. He's like he's just like a prodigy in the sense that he don't need to rap. He don't need to dust off the shoes. He could just sit there and be like, and you know what I mean? Like,
random question: what album after Kingdom Come did you not like?
After Kingdom Come, did I not like?
I think Kingdom Come is the Black album. Those are back to back,
right? Not back to back. Like he retired after the Black album, and then Kingdom Come was the first one back.
I think that's my
back to back. I'm sorry, that's a good point. Let's get them out. Let's see. Jay-Z, what albums did I not like? That's a random question. That is a very random question. Let's see. I didn't like Magna Carta.
Okay. As random as it was, it didn't take you no time once you saw the albums though.
Yeah, like it came up first, and I think that one stood out from the sense of like I had to try to like that one. I like all Jay-Z shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I could go through this and find 10 records that I really liked, but I had to try to like that one. I don't really go back to it like that. And I didn't really love Watch the Throne either, by the way. You know,
all right, so maybe this is blasphemous. It's maybe some won't understand this. Like, I think them albums give me Mike and Washington vibes.
What vibes?
Mike
Oh,
and
Mike.
Washington.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when you go back and look at the stats, it's like, oh, this nigga still crushing, but it ain't the Mike I really remember.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I love 444 because I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
But besides that, the rest of them really just feel like you didn't really have to do this. You could have just sprinkled a couple singles off just throughout the year and just chilled out type shit. So
I thought
I
Blueprint 3 was dope. I thought Blueprint 3 was dope and American Gangster was dope. You're right though. Like you're saying, like if he does come back outside, he might not give us that work that maybe I'm
because the anticipation is dumb crazy. It's like goddamn it's like what Cardi B was going through.
Yeah.
She didn't want to drop an album because she was weird, you know what I mean? Like I guess it's reversed for me because I'm like I like Hov. I don't think I like him as much as you. If he did drop the subpar album, I wouldn't be like, oh man. I'd just be like, kind of.
I just think he could do it. You know what I'm saying? I think he could do it. I think he, you know, I think the talent level like this, he's the God MC for a reason. Like, you know, when he says that, J Hov, and like I really believe in that dude's talent, and I know that he has a better handle on what's going on than people realize for a dude that's been out of the scene for a minute. You know, another one who I'm kind of side-eyeing and looking at is the dudes from the Locks. You know, Jadakiss looks very, very comfortable on that podcast couch. Get in the booth, nigga. Like you can't get in the booth, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Ever since the verses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we know who you is, you know what I'm saying? Like
Styles. To me, it go to that though. Like I'm good with seeing this maturation and different side of Jada, especially when Styles still puts out albums and there might be a feature from Jada on there.
Yeah, Styles does it. He still does his shit.
You know what I mean? So I'm cool with Jada being the nicest one out of the crew and just chilling and maybe giving you a feature. You know what I mean? Because it kind of goes with the whole mode they was always on. Styles was always dropping albums regardless. And Sheik was surprisingly like, oh, Sheik got a new album. Like it always was that kind of mode. You know what I mean? You had to wait for a Jada album. So I'm kind of cool.
The Locks albums too, the ones that they have put out, them shits didn't always hit either. Like,
they didn't. Like the last, they only got 5, right? I think like 2 up. Like yeah, I'm not gonna get
a few of them that I was just like, yeah, like I didn't really need this.
It went to the whole album being too long in the era of you can really do more damage trying to give us too much instead of just rocking with a 9 or 10 piece.
I just feel like after this year, after seeing the level of work that we saw from RayVaughn and Ghostface and Mobb Deep and all that stuff, it's like these dudes that I'm talking about, these dudes are special, and they could go and lock in and give us something that's above tier. You know what I'm saying? Like I just would ask, like, please no more Timbaland, please no more Pharrell, please no more Swiss. Like, let's keep them. Like, we don't need that.
I disagree with none of that. Like, none of those 3. I'll wait for you to say a name that I would disagree with. I'm like, no, those are.
I need the 3 of them. Like, even, I know Pharrell did great with Clips, like, but that's cool. Like, we don't need, you know what I mean? Like, let's lock in with Knife Wonder. Let's lock in with some new cats. No more Premier.
Wow, that's kind of funny because it's like a lot
of Knife Wonder.
A lot of times when these cats come back outside, you worry about them sounding dated.
Yes.
You just named 3 producers that kind of make you sound dated.
Exactly.
But before you even get to the verse, you're like, that don't sound like and then you're stuck in that type of mode until let's just do verse and what he's talking about actually breaks you out of that. It sounds dated.
Well, Busta Rhymes had that album where he had them executive. It was very weird. He's like, oh, these 3 Swiss, Timbaland, and Pharrell are going to executive produce this album. And I was just like, why?
Why?
And the album sounded like that. I was just like, this doesn't, you could have had
one of them.
Yeah,
just one. Like that's the whole problem. You got 3 dudes who do the exact same thing and need the exact amount of power. Trying to work together, that makes no sense.
Getting these dudes off the yacht, getting one out of the art studio. It's like, man, getting one of the dude out of the AI booth. Like, we don't need none of this shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, Like I would really like to see Jada. I would really like to see Jay-Z. Um, I feel like 2026 it's gonna be it needs to be a different, but it does need to be a different flavor. Like it can't be. I don't think that what we had this year was sustainable, but I love it. It was a nice shot in the arm. I love that it happened, but like I'm very curious to see what 2026 is going to bring. Like that's so my wrap up of the year, as as much as it was about the shit that we listened to, it made me very curious about what next year is going to bring because I don't think it's going to be anything like this year. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it should. And obviously the other one that I'm super side eyeing is Drake. You know what I mean? Which I guess kind of leads me to my next thing is like not side eyeing in a bad way, but like, yo, let's go, bro. Like it's your time. I know you've never seen. I don't even need to ask. I know you've never seen any of the Iceman drops, right? Mm-hmm. I don't even understand what this shit is. They make a big deal about it. Like apparently he streams. I don't know if it's on Twitch or whatever the fuck it's on. So I went and looked up on YouTube Iceman, and I guess there's like some episodes of it on YouTube. I saw like Iceman 3. I watched it for like 15 minutes. Like it looks like a Stanley Kubrick movie. You know what Stanley Kubrick is? Yeah. Basically weird ass movies, you know what I'm saying? Like good movies, but weird. The shit was mad weird. I didn't understand what was going on. Like it was partially like a video, like a music video, like because you hearing new music. They're saying it's like a mixtape that he's like acting out, But like in my head, I was like, is this what we're doing now? Like I don't understand. Like, can I just get some music?
Yeah.
Like what? I'm not really sure. So definitely trying to catch some new music from him.
It's funny when it comes to side eye. I guess I'm the
who you looking at?
I'm looking at the third one from the big three. What up, Cole? Like I need something.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What the fuck?
I was gonna say I'm not necessarily looking at anything new from J. Cole because to me J. Cole is sending all the messages to the world like don't expect shit from me. You know what I mean?
But
like,
at the same time, so he's going from the whole I'm not dropping the fall off. Like I never heard that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm very everything about J. Cole has been like leave me alone, bro. I'm in my house in North Carolina. Like he sold Dreamville, right? Everybody was happy with that. JID, that he took care of everybody from Dreamville. Y'all
don't be knowing shit. Say what?
He sold Dreamville. Like he sold it. He sold it to like another entity or something. Like he basically disbanded it. But like JID went public about it, and he said that like he really took care of everybody, like financially.
Hold on. So he sold the name Dreamville, and then that people went their separate ways.
Basically, like he gave them. That's my impression of it. That he gave them all the ability to go their separate ways. And so some of them, I mean, obviously, what's her name? Shorty wasn't happy about it. I don't think. What's her name? The singer, the R&B singer. I forget.
Ari Lennox.
Yeah, like I don't think she was super excited about it. But JID said he was like, yeah, like he really took care of us in a way that he didn't have to, financially. He made sure everybody was straight. So to me, it's like Cole is just sending a message to the world, like, y'all got what y'all got from me, man. When I pop out, I pop out, but that's it. I might be playing basketball in Africa, but you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I was like, okay, I guess we're not getting nothing from that dude. You know what I mean? And Kendrick.
And I'm like, all right, well, I guess all cool now. Like,
right.
Just hearing this news is like, and it's funny because Cole is that type of dude that I think if you really rock with Cole, if you hear a statement like that, you're like, all right, cool. I'm not surprised by it, and I'm actually cool with what I got. To tell you the truth, like I'm not.
Me too. Like I'm not mad. I'm not mad at dude. I'm not mad at any of them if they decided that that's what they was gonna do. But Drake is not telling you that he's trying to hang it up at all. Neither is Kendrick. We're gonna see Kendrick a whole lot in the next few months because he's gonna win a whole bunch of Grammys.
I am curious to see what his next complete album will sound like.
Yeah,
being that his last album was so different for him, and then seeing what the album before that was, it was just like, yeah, I'm definitely curious to see what that man come back outside with.
Yeah, GNX was the album that I've always wanted him to make. You know, he's very artsy. Tells big elaborate. He tells big stories and all the intros and everything's connected and it's all very. He's a real big. He got a real big paintbrush, a real big canvas, and he accomplishes a lot with his work. GNX was what I wanted.
No, but it's funny because I was thinking the exact opposite way. Every time I listen to my music on, I just get in the car and just push shuffle. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times when a GNX song comes on, I'm always thinking, oh, I ain't really need this album. Mm. And that's because most of his projects, you should listen to them as a project.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've never had that with any other project besides this and Untitled. Like the rest of them, if the song come on shuffle, I'm here for it. But I just noticed that with GNX, like that's part of why I was in that mode. Like, I really need this.
GNX was the more straightforward, more just like I'm giving you 12 strong ones. How many songs are there? My bad, not 12, but I'm just giving you, you know what I mean? I'm giving you 12. I nailed it perfectly. I'm just giving you 12 straight hard body records, one after another. Like GNX was always, to me, it was like this is what I always wanted from the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with the big ideas like To Pimp a Butterfly and the shit that you still digest in 10 years later and all of that. Like that's his vibe, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool, because he's that talented and he's that thoughtful and he's that type of artist that I want to hear that kind of shit from him and his perspective and all of that. But I also just want to play 12 bangers. You know what I mean? Like, can I just get 12 bangers and with the crazy bars? And that's what GNX was to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts hard, it ends hard. You know what I mean? Like it ain't really too much to think about on there. He's just murdering shit. You know what I mean? And like, I really enjoyed that. So let me ask you a question. And I know you don't know the answer. And what did 50 say to these dudes, man? Like what? Like, and I have a bigger point about all this, but I'm just asking. Like, do you know what he said?
Don't remember exactly, but I do remember him joking on these niggas on the couch, just joking on these bum ass niggas on the couch. I do remember his statement in that type of line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny because
is he wrong? Is he wrong?
I was surprised.
He's not wrong.
I was surprised seeing those four people together. Like
right.
I was like, Fab, why are you with them? Because I rock with Fab. You know what I mean? And it's like the other thing. When I heard Dave East's verse, and not to jump ahead, when I heard Dave East's verse, I was like, why are you in this? Like the whole, like that's the same thought process I had with the entire
It's just a random verse.
Yeah.
He wasn't dissing 50 or even addressing 50 at all.
That's why I feel about him being with those three people. Like the other, like right. I'm like, Fab, why are you there? You're bringing down your value. But I understand why you're with these three people. You know what I mean? Dave East, I don't understand it. It just like, that's why I don't like Dave. No, man, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna be there.
So okay, 50 says something about them. Everybody gets all stirred up about things that 50 Cent has to say. I don't know why, because who cares? Like
that boy good at what he do.
Yeah, I guess people think 50 Cent is irrelevant to me. Like I don't give a fuck about anything he has to say. He's been trolling people. Like 50 Cent don't rap no more. When he does rap, there's no bars. You know what I'm saying? Like he was always the laziest fucking rapper to me. I never really, I loved Get Rich or Die Trying. I liked his work before that. After Get Rich or Die Trying, there's really not much that I really cared about.
After Get Rich or Die Trying, he became a businessman making singles, and we kind of appreciated his trajectory. Like I think we liked that, and we ignored the fact that this nigga ain't really rapping or ain't really the nicest. Like we started giving more props to your hustle.
When he blew up, I was on that. I was like, this nigga ain't really nice like that. Like, why is he blowing up like this? Like, and I guess after a minute, like I understood why, but I was just like, I like the Lloyd Banks guy. I like the other guys better than this. And that take holds up 20 years later or whatever. But I say that to say these dudes, when obviously the reason I want to talk about it, Mano, Davies, Jim, and Fab, they went and did a quote unquote diss record, because I wouldn't even call it that. And it kind of just speaks to a little bit of like, hey man, like let's get to the fucking bars, man. Like all these dudes that are doing hip hop podcasts, I think is it Yayo and Uncle Murder that have a podcast now?
Yeah. You want music from them?
No.
Okay. I
Like
only know the podcast from.
like you know, we spoke about this, and I don't want to contradict myself that I'm happy that these artists have figured out a way to get to the bag in a different way because, you know, Spotify and Apple have essentially taken away the way that these dudes can make money. So they got to figure out a different way to hustle, and they're doing it with the podcast mics and everything. But like the athlete podcast, like these podcasts are starting to feel real fucking corny to me. I don't need an Uncle Murder. I definitely don't need a Tony Yayo podcast or Uncle Murder podcast. I'm not. We don't. We definitely didn't need a Jim Jones podcast with Fabulous and Davies and Mano, like a super quadruple. We didn't ask for this podcast. I really don't. I haven't watched a whole Joe and Jada episode, but like from the clips that I see, like I just like seeing Jada Kiss like get into it and you know whatever. But like I don't need to listen to Fat Joe talk for an hour. That's for sure. Like a whole part of the show is a whole like gimmick of the show is how we can't tell if Fat Joe is lying or not. You know what I mean?
Which I
Which is
enjoy. Like I like that. Like
it's funny.
it's funny. There's a lot of shows out here. Some of them I can say, yeah, they're necessary. It's too many of them that I don't even know about, which probably points to the fact that they aren't necessary. Like you need Joe Budden's podcast. You need
correct.
you need Drake Trumps. Like you it's like 10 of them you might need. But but at the same time, like who am I to say that this dude that actually got 1 million followers don't really deserve the 1 million niggas that choose to follow him?
Joe Budden's podcast, they've elevated the game. They've elevated themselves. Because like I said, I've been listening to it for a long time. I stopped listening to it for a long time, and really he forced his way back into my attention with the shit that they talk about, the fact that he was smart enough to add all these additional co-hosts. You know, that dude's always been on another level. But you know, him aside, yeah, I'm tired of I don't want to feel like y'all hustling me. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are all hustlers at the end of the day. And like I'm just like when I listen to the Travis Kelce podcast, right? Like it's 1 million commercials. It's 1 million commercials. That's like y'all niggas hustling, man. Like this, y'all just hustling me, bro.
But like I said, at the same time, it's like but your currency is your attention, and everybody don't deserve it. So I'm not gonna hate on the nigga that got a couple of niggas that got him, but
and you right on that. Like it ain't no hate. Like get your money. Like that's the most important thing.
But I am gonna say you trash on my look. I am gonna say you trash on my podcast and don't get the views that you get. And you can call it hate, but
not even hate as a fan of y'all's. You know what I'm saying? Like we're both fans of Jim Jones, right? Like I really like Jim Jones. Like Jim Jones came from a dude who absolutely positively could not rap to like when he raps, it's like, yeah, I fuck with that. You know, like
but he still kind of sound like he did back then though somehow.
He does.
That's the funny thing about it. It's like, but it's better, but
it's way better. Yeah. It's way better. I really liked his verse. He had the clear second best verse on this shit that they did with the rapper on the couch.
It's like two big ass gaps though. It's like a gap between him and them, and then them two down there. Like it's
so speaking of Get To It, is for sure it's Fabulous.
That's crazy.
Fab got to get to it, bro. Like, and the thing is that's the number one conversation that I saw on the internet after that thing posted was everybody being like, "Hey, Fab, okay, we see you're rapping, so get the fuck to it. Like, what's the next record? Like, it's time."
What's even more trifling about him doing that is we usually get shootouts or something, either Christmas or Thanksgiving. We used to get that mixtape.
Soul Tape is around
one of them during the Christmas, one of the holiday times, and you just give us this sick ass verse that we ain't even asked. You could have gave us that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. Like I think,
Fuck with it.
like I personally, and I don't know that dude obviously at all or pay attention and stuff, but it made sense that after he had that incident with his family, that he took time away
Mhm.
to really get back to his family and make sure that they good and all that shit. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Get the fuck back to it. Like, let's
Yeah.
go. Like Fab, like the streets want it. Like you obviously still have the talent. Like that would be a very, very nice thing to get for next year.
I'm looking. I need more. I need something from him more than I needed from Hov or Cole.
I don't disagree with you. But respectfully, like I think we've gotten something from Hov and Cole since
Yeah, we only
Fab.
get features from Fab.
Yeah, he pops out wearing some weird outfits every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It's like let's
Or saying something funny on his you right. He did take a break because he was one of the funniest niggas on IG for a while.
Yeah. He needed to take a break. He was out
Yeah,
here
yeah.
looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The way that he handled that situation with his family and his girl and everything, like you need to step away for a minute because we're not trying. That shit ain't cool for nobody.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Before we wrap and get to the list, and you can see the T, see the charged up. Did you I only listened to a couple joints on
shout to all things. Shout to my man, all things hoops.
that.
All things hoops with the good hoodie. My man Cal went to elementary school with the boy. This hoodie right here.
Okay.
Shit
Did you like I said, rocking this shirt? Did you I only listened to a couple joints on Richmond Brave too.
Yeah. We'll get to it next week. Let me sit with it a little bit more. My goddamn, I lost my headphones, man, so I can't listen to shit in the gym. That's usually where I go in at.
That's crazy,
But
man. The first track I did listen to was I did go to Nick F joint first, though. The feature with Nick F first.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, yo, you know what's funny? So I went to that track first, and it made me realize, oh, Big No nicer than I thought. Like he nicer than I thought when it comes to the wordplay and it made me more interested in the album.
Yeah,
I would say that.
Yeah, maybe he's coming with it a little bit more on this one. I hope. I certainly on the last one there was a big disparity between Noah and him.
And it could because that was somebody we didn't know at all compared to we already knew Noah. You know what I mean? It was somebody.
Maybe that. Yeah. There was a big party for them last night. I need to start going out more, at least to mix it up.
Go out the house, nigga.
Exactly. They had a party last night. Tickets was free and everything for it. So I'm looking forward to the flicks and everything that they'll post for it today. I'm sure it was a nice little vibe. Shout before we get to it, big shout out to Radio B. Once again, The Internet Is Fake. That album, that was a 2025 project that was fucking strong. That's gonna last too. People need to go spin the block on that. And definitely shout to Noah. Because the one thing you do hear, I did listen to a few of the joints. I just want to sit with it some more. The thing that you hear, this dude Noah is it, man. Like he's nice. And he's not just nice. Like I feel like out of Noah, everybody from the city, like he's the one. I feel like he's the most tapped in with like the streets out here. You know what I'm saying? And not just like he's on, not like as in like he's like selling cocaine or anything. I don't mean like that. I mean like Noah's definitely outside. Like anytime I've been outside a few times and seen him just like in the cut. You know what I mean? Like, so it ain't even when it's not his event, like you'll catch him out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got the fucking store on Broad Street. Like he makes a real effort, to mix it up with the people and to be a representative of Richmond. You know what I mean? And if anything, that's what I get from the Richmond Brave projects is that like this dude's really from the cloth of this city. You know what I mean? And that's what these projects represent.
And his features be dudes from the cloth of the city also.
Correct.
Like, there's a lot of good features on here, but it's not just random good dudes from Richmond. It's like, no, those are people you respect.
Yeah. Monument Avenue is from the cloth of Richmond. That album is the cloth of Richmond. Richmond Brave. That's the whole theme of Richmond Brave is like, yo, this is real Richmond. You know what I mean? Like we're taking it back. And everything he does, you know what I'm saying? Like he really represents this city, and it comes through with the way that he raps. Like he's not he's not rapping about rap, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but like he embodies it in the way he moves around, in the way that he's rapping, and he's nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so the reason I'm saying, yeah, let's talk about it next week, because I feel like he deserves for me to actually like sit with this shit for a little bit before I talk about it, because the shit that I did hear, I'm like, all right, like this shit sounds all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to really, you know what I mean? I need to really dig in on this shit. So shout to them for sure.
What you want to do? Albums first, then playlist?
Nah, let's just do the playlist. I did what you did, like with the albums. It's like, you probably don't need to you know what the albums is. And the playlist will probably cover it too.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Because I did mention Made by Dope, BruiserWolf already, right?
Mm-hmm. No, not today, but you.
No, I'm talking about like, did I really enjoy that album?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, every time I go back to, I think that's what I listened to when you hopped on or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mentioned everything else. So
I think at first you was like, this dude, and then you listen to it, was like, actually, I do fuck with that.
Because it was just his flow was just so weird. I wasn't really ready for the fact that this nigga nice and this metaphors are humorous as fuck, nigga.
He's funny.
He's like a Akeem Ali to a certain extent. Like, you know what I mean? It's completely different, so it grabs your ear. If it's like, he's saying some nice shit, it ain't gimmicky. He's like, he nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
All right, yeah, that's cool.
Right,
this is definitely difficult. It started with 14. I got it down to 11. I cut one as we go.
All right, I'm gonna set it off.
How'd you do this? My bad. I like asking that question. How'd you do this?
I made sure that I pulled this from the albums. Basically, I don't need to talk about which was the best albums of the year because you'll hear it in the list that I got, essentially. So I just thought of like the albums that I fucked with the most this year. Let me pull a song from those because I kind of want to represent the albums that I felt like was the ones this year. So I'll start it because this is the first song off the album. This is the only first song off the album that I have on this list. And we haven't talked about this album in a few months. And I was saying that this is one of the best albums of the year was Gunna. Gunna, many nights. Like the way he set off that whole album. Like I said, man, that album is just a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna drive from here to Chantilly to go fuck with my man, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll throw on Gunna and you just ride. That's just riding music. That many nights is the way to set it off. So I'm gonna start with that.
All right. How I did my list, because I do see a couple songs from albums that I really enjoyed this year, but there are definitely some just random deep cuts that I just like.
I wanted to do it, but because I made my list at 6:30 this morning, I was like, I didn't have the bandwidth to get to remember shit. I'm gonna remember shit like 2 days from now. I'll be like, damn, I should have put that on
there. All right. Well, my first song is "Good Numbers" by KDot the Friend. Off of No Rap on Sundays. Yeah, so this definitely gonna be a playlist you're gonna listen to, I guess. You listen to playlists more, right?
I have, yeah. I was riding with the Nas playlist, crazy. That shit's hard. I do not know that. I do not know that song, so I will check.
But we definitely gonna be doing that. You know that.
Yeah. So my next one, we're gonna go with De La Soul, The Silent Life of a Truth. That's one of the premier records on there. And like, that's also to me, one of the illest songs of the year. Like the Silent Life, you know, that phrase where they say that a lie travels around the world before the truth puts its shoes on. You never heard anybody say that? Yeah. Like that's like a whole, that's The Silent Life of a Truth is like a whole song about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. And the concept is so ill. The beat is crazy. Premier was in his bag on that. So yeah, The Silent Life of a Truth.
Well, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the playlist already because I will admit I didn't get that album. No, I didn't get that whole second run around or nothing. So I will. Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's a good album for sure.
All right. My second song is Temple Run, Ransom and Conductor Williams.
That's crazy. I took that one off because I was like, I gotta be honest, what's the song that I listen to the most on here? Yeah. And that song is dope. That beat.
I think that's what I did. Also, I tried to make sure a lot of these songs weren't on my most played list
Yeah.
from a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, I
Yeah.
love that song. And whoever that feature is, I definitely enjoy this verse, bro.
Yeah. And that beat is very, very, very chill. Very nice vibe on that. Next one, I'm gonna go with VCRs, JID and Vince Staples.
Okay.
Because that shit is
Yeah.
like, Vince Staples, the way they came together on that shit, man, like that joke is crazy.
My next one is Dollar Tree. That's Shay Noir featuring Sky Zoo. I can't see what the third feature is, but yeah. Off the Shay Noir and the other guys project. Von P. Von P's from New York, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Shay Noir featuring Sky Zoo, and it's just so fucking New York. Yeah.
Shout out to her, man.
I like bars if you haven't gathered that by now.
Her and that Love the Genius album is very nice.
That was on my top 10 list for sure.
Very nice. Very, very nice record. We're gonna go next. I'm gonna go with the Negro Problem, Chance the Rapper. Definitely could have chosen the No More Old Men, but I didn't want to go back to the one I already chose. The Negro Problem to me is just as dope as No More Old Men. Super dope concept, very important album. He's just, you know what I mean? Like, he deserved the flack that he got for dropping a whack ass album, and he deserves a whole lot of credit for this one because this shit is nuts.
I definitely enjoyed that album for sure. I think I mentioned this last week, but I definitely enjoyed this song that much. Idols and Rivals.
Yeah.
By Reason and Kaya Cash.
I saw that one.
Okay, yeah. I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah. So easy.
With that. We're gonna go with Freddie Gibbs off the Alchemist one, Lavish Habits.
Okay.
The one where he said that he was gonna squeeze academics' titties. It's actually just a dope ass song too.
That one. All right, Tubi by BruiserWolf.
My life's a movie.
But I make it to the big screen. The Tubi.
It's so funny, man. And like, you gotta see a Tubi movie to know like why that shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're gonna go. The one I took from the Ransom and Conductor William was Boomaye.
Okay.
Because like, if you look at whichever ones I listen to the most, like, it's Boomaye and then it's like everything else. You know what I mean? Like, I liked everything else, but that Boomaye was the first single from that shit, and like that beat is just. That's just that dude, man. Conductor is just on another level, man.
All right. Yeah, I wait on my big joints. Look at God by RayVaughn. I really enjoyed this song. I didn't know who RayVaughn was. We did some homework for a project we never had to turn in, and I learned a lot about RayVaughn. You know what I mean? That's one song that I've been rocking ever since then. They got LaRussell on there, somebody who I thought I was tired of, but I enjoyed the song, man.
The RayVaughn back and forth with him and Joey, I wanted to like, that was one of the ones I was like, man, I have to look too hard to find these songs, for me to remember which ones I like the most. But like, there was a few of them, I was really enjoying that little spat.
I think that's what it was. It was so many songs that I enjoyed. I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll do something else.
That was a nice little moment this year for sure of them going at it. We're gonna go Clips featuring Ab Lava and Glorious Bastards.
That's your boy Ab Lava too.
That's my boy, yo. And I really was gonna pick So Be It, but like the way Inglorious Bastards got that ride to it, dun, 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 like I like that shit. That's just a nice little pace and a little re-up gang reunion.
Yeah,
felt right.
All right, my next one, Make It Home by Juicy J and Project Pat. Like, it just, and it's funny because if you know the maturation of Juicy J and Project Pat, you probably understand what that song is probably about. And that song is definitely dope. Like, it's a good fire playlist.
Fuck with that. I'm definitely gonna be checking for that one. Let's go with Nasty Esco Nasir. Probably out of all the Primo beats that people, my man who made this hoodie, he checked for the episode and he messaged me just to say he was like that Primo shit is trash. So
Yo, did you see the comments?
On our show?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh yeah, it was going in on it went in on me and the whole I've never heard of this Nas don't have good beats family. And I'm thinking like, first of all, where have you been at? Because that's a very large family. But yeah, it was a lot. Yo, two people had a nice little like 15 back and forth comments, back and forth conversation in that joint, dog.
Bro,
I definitely enjoyed that, bro.
I don't understand why I get notifications on. Oh, I think if I comment, because my daughter uses my fucking YouTube account. So if she comments on something, I think you get notification for the replies. I'm like, I don't see no notification for the post. But it'll make sense because it ain't my post. So that's why. Okay. All right. But yeah, the Nasty Esco Nasir joint, that beat sounds like one of those ones for sure.
Okay.
So that's why I fuck with that one.
All right, we had the two singles off my joint. Let Her Cook, GloRilla. Definitely enjoyed this joint. I think it's a couple of songs I could have picked from GloRilla this year.
Yeah, she had a nice year, man.
Yeah, definitely.
She had a nice year, and she's not having a nice year because of anything. She's her music is what's doing it. She's putting out a lot of music, and her music is dope, and that's what. And that's where she's getting her traction from, and I really respect it. More than I really would have thought when she first came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. I figured by now she'd have cooled off and whatever, and it gets in the opposite direction. You know what I mean? And it's not because she has, she got her titties done or whatever it is. Like she's making dope ass music, and she's a very cute girl. You know what I'm saying? Like her personality. I think she did. I like her personality. You know what I mean?
She did have a little glow up, but I think the music was first. She always seen the music. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure. It's about the music first, you know what I'm saying? For me, and I can see that, even though her glow up has been a glow up, and she's dope and she looks great and she's got her body done and she did what any girl who's getting money deserves to do, you know what I'm saying? But like, frankly, like it did not come without music. She did a lot of music, and the music is pretty dope. It's doper than I expected. So shout to Glow. Next one, I'm gonna go with Generation. The Larry June and 2 Chainz. That was the one on that album that was like the most Alchemist type of beat. You know what I mean? Like, and they all just came together and just melted on that shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh man, like nobody sounded out of place on that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Hallelujah. Key Glock. Slow this wasn't gonna have some goddamn Key Glock on it.
Get your man on there.
It's definitely hard to pick a fucking one song, but yeah, I think Hallelujah.
Well, he did give you like 30 11 of them joints. And my last one, this number 10, is gonna be I really wanted to put the Blanco remix on here, so I'm gonna still shout the Blanco remix, but we're gonna go Power and Problems. Because that shit, that's the one.
Yeah, I think the funny thing about it is this is like a beautiful way to wrap shit up, dog. I think the fun thing about it is we notice how our music tastes is very different. Because I'm surprised you didn't mention somebody dropping a new album. As you suggested to me, and I told you, like, I ain't like that dude. Your boy Holden dropped another album.
Errol Holden, yeah.
Yeah, he dropped another album. But like I said, I really noticed, like, in this show, like, there's some things we do like as MCs, but there's a lot of stuff that we don't mesh on, and I really enjoyed that. But for our 10th song, to both be Power and Problems.
Really?
Bro.
That's crazy.
I fucking love that song, dog.
That song is so dope.
Crazy because, like you said, it's so many songs I could have picked from. Because I could have picked Mirror in the Benz.
Right.
But Power and Problems is the one that I sing like I really could sing. Shout out to Wale for making me feel like I could sing. Shout out to Wale and Drake. Yeah. Just having me walking around acting like I really could sing out here, dog. Like I really fucking love it.
I sing that song like it's my song.
Yes, big fan.
Like I'm the one with the power and problems.
Yeah, like because at the end when he not saying the words, I'm still singing the words. This what you know what I mean? Like I'm here, man. I fucking love that song. Love that out, dog. Like
that's that one, man. You could have picked, and I could have picked a lot of shit from there. That's dope. That's dope way to end it. Yeah.
Like you said, man, we talking about rap. Enjoy this, man. Definitely gonna be back next year too, man.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to everybody that's been listening, man. I don't know how the hell we got to the amount of views we did on this last one, but
shout out to all of y'all.
Yeah.
Here next year around the corner. We thank you for the support, so the content won't stop. Got more coming. 4th and 10s, 4th and 10s, 4th and 10s, recaps, cousins talking business. Of course, we talking about rap. Be sure you subscribe. Stay tapped in. Now, time about.
I'm chilling, man. I see you already in like afternoon mode. Y'all here rocking. Yeah.